So one of the things that I've talked about before, and I've even done trainings on this, is how beneficial it is to have a goal, but as personal accountability, to create kind of a game where you give yourself like a small reward or a small takeaway for hitting the goal. Now, there's something you need to understand about us as humans. Most of us are motivated by avoiding something that is painful or uncomfortable. I'll give you an example. Most people who become entrepreneurs oftentimes will wonder, can I succeed at this? And one of the questions that will invariably come up in any training or anything that I've ever done for new people that are entrepreneurs is, what's the downside? What's the downside? And the single biggest downside, and I tell people this all the time, the single biggest downside is, are you going to be motivated to work for yourself? Are you self-motivated? And most people will tell you, yes, I'm self-motivated. I mean, almost everyone will tell you, yes, I'm self-motivated. If I want to do it, I'm motivated. And if you ever ask them why they feel like they're self-motivated, many of them will look at their past track record on, maybe they're a manager, an assistant manager, or they're known to be a good worker, or they're in some sort of a sales position, whatever. They'll look at their past accomplishments in the traditional corporate environment or traditional employment, and they'll tell you that's why they feel like they're good. What I have found out is the thing that they don't realize is they are under threat in many cases. They have to perform so well to keep their job, or they have to perform so well if they want that next promotion on the job. They have to show up to work on time or they get fired. And so most people don't realize that because they've been working in that environment so long, they don't realize that, if they get fired, they're going to lose their job, they're not going to have income, they can't pay their bills, like it could get dire, right? But most people don't even realize that they're constantly under that little bit of a threat or that pressure, and that's what caused them to perform. What I found out is that when you totally remove that pressure, most people struggle. So one of the techniques is create a goal for yourself and a takeaway. If last month I had a goal for myself, and the goal was I wanted to get something accomplished. And if I would have accomplished that, then I didn't even have a goal for myself, because I've learned that the takeaway is more motivating than the goal. But the takeaway was that I could not do something that I really wanted to do. And I'll share with you in a moment what that was. That was a takeaway. And the key to the takeaway is it has to first off, you have to honor it. But it has to be genuinely something that is serious. And so it has to be something that's uncomfortable, something that you don't want to do. Like you're like, no, I really don't want to do that. I'm just not going to want to do that. That's what the takeaway has to be. So it has to be something like that. And I'll give you an example again in a moment in my own life. But my goal was not anything that was super hard. It was just going to take some focus. And typically it's not anything that I couldn't accomplish. However, part of it was, could I have pushed more and been more persistent? Yes. Part of it was just being a little bit unlucky. But could I have done better? Absolutely, I could have done better. I could have been more diligent. Yes. I could have been more focused. Yes. Do I think that I could have hit that goal if I would have pushed a little harder? Even though I had to push harder than normal to hit that goal, do I think I could hit that goal? Yes. But I didn't. So now you get to find out what my takeaway was. So I had a buddy of mine, I'm a cigar smoker, and I had a buddy of mine, occasional cigar smoker, but I had a buddy of mine who showed a cigar on Facebook, and it was a particular cigar. His name's Tim Socher. Tim showed the cigar, and he said he was enjoying the cigar. And I said, "Wow, didn't know that cigar came. I didn't know that cigar came in this wrapper. It was a specific type of cigar, and I didn't know that particular brand existed." And he responded back pretty quick. And by the way, you have to know Tim. Tim's like a cigar expert. Owns one of the best cigar shops in all of Michigan. It's called Timothy's Fine Tobaccos. If you're ever in Bay City, Michigan, you have to go to downtown to Timothy's Fine Tobaccos. But he said, "Oh, there's only X number of these cigars made. That's it. There's no more." Well, when you tell me something's rare and hard to find, then I see it as a little bit of a challenge. So I went online, and I started looking for this particular cigar, and I'll show you which one it was. And I found this gift set. This is Diamond Crown. This is a great set of cigars, by the way. But this particular cigar he had, I don't know if the light's kind of shining on it, is this one right here. which is a Diamond Crown Cameroon. Now these two cigars are part of their normal production line. They're great cigars in their own right. However, I thought you can't find it, and then when I saw online that they did still sell it, they just sold it in this gift set. I bought the gift set. It was like, I don't know, $50, $60, $70 or something for the gift set. It was a good price at the time too. But there's only one website that still had them. And so my thing was, if I did not hit my goal, I could not keep them. I was gonna have to mail them. Now granted, it's like, $70 worth of cigars. I was gonna have to mail them to a buddy of mine who is a very novice cigar smoker, Shane Short. And in fact, I got him smoking cigars years ago, but he doesn't smoke nearly as much. He moved away, and he couldn't appreciate great cigars, and he would never spend that much on any cigars for himself, ever. So I knew even if he couldn't appreciate the cigars and the subtleties in it, then he would still smoke them. He just wasn't gonna be able to appreciate them. And so I didn't hit the goal. Shane gets the cigars. Now I gotta tell you this, and what happened next, and I was ticked. I was irritated at myself. I let myself down. Listen, I'm human, we all do this. I let myself down, I was irritated at myself. And then the next day, my wife mailed the cigars off. The next day, my wife called me up to the kitchen, and I went up there. My office is in my basement, and she had this 2-page letter. It was a letter, and then kind of was a whole bunch of things that qualities that she thinks that I have that she admires. This whole page, but I'm not going to read the letter to you. It's a personal letter, but basically, she was saying that, and we all need someone like this in our life, whether it's a friend, a spouse, whatever. And if you're married, I mean, your wife is your greatest asset, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Your wife or your husband, greatest asset you have. But she said, basically, she said that she loved me. She thought I was a great dad, father. She supported my goals, my dreams, our goals, our dreams, our visions for the future. She believed in the impact that I was working to have on the world that we live in. And it was just a great letter. And then I was like, babe, this is really sweet. I appreciate this. Thank you so much. I'm like, wow, thank you. And then from behind her back, she pulled out this box. And I was like, wow, where'd you get those at? And she's like, well, I knew you really wanted 2 boxes. So if you'd hit your goal, you'd have 2 boxes. And I was going to give you the second box as a gift. She said, but since you didn't hit your goal, she goes, you still got 1 box. You just don't got 2 boxes. So I was like, oh, wow. So that was a special moment. So I still got them, and I'm going to smoke them, and I appreciate that. I was shocked, and I have to tell you why. My wife, boy, she loves to take away. She loves for it to be down and dirty. When she coaches with people and she teaches them, she's like, you need to take away. They're like, well, I can't get my nails done. She goes, no, it's got to be worse than that. I can't get my nails done for 2 weeks in a row. She goes, no, it's got to be worse than that. It's got to be so painful that you're like, no, I don't want to do that. She goes, who do you know that never does their nails, never takes care of them, never cleans them? But, if someone gave them a manicure, they would go, but they have no business getting a manicure because they don't ever pay attention to their nails. And they're like, oh, my one friend, so-and-so. So my wife's like, so what you're going to do, instead of not getting your nails done 2 weeks in a row, you're going to pay for them to get their nails done 2 weeks in a row. And you're not going to get your nails done. So she really loves that part of it. So I hate that I don't have 2 boxes because that one cigar is quite rare. And it's a great gift set. That one cigar is quite rare. But I'm thankful that I have a wife who was looking to bless me. And I still do get a chance to smoke it. I have a new goal that I'm coming up with, so stay tuned for that as well. Thank you so much for watching.